Breaking. This singer is Ashanti'S sister, Shia. Shade her or not. Now let's get to it.
Do you feel any pressure to have a baby sister pregnant? Your sister's pregnant? Absolutely the fuck not. Like, absolutely not. I think, honestly, I want us as women to free ourselves from that. Like, to free ourselves from our success being measured in how quickly we've become a mother or wife. Like, I really want to free our people from that shit, because I feel as though this is why a lot of women are in situations and in relationships that they're not happy in, because they want to say they have a relationship or they're in a relationship. And I don't condone that. I did that already. Y'all seen me do that. And that's not something that I promote or stand for or stand by.
Okay, everyone, welcome to my channel, The Mix. Thank you very much for your continued support, everyone. Drop some comments in the chat. Let's get the engagement up. Yes. Stay tuned for a giveaway soon. I'm piggybacking off of the previous giveaway that I had, and the person who won did not claim their winning. So this will be another $50 cash giveaway. Hopefully it goes well. More details to follow. But again, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for your continued support. As you can see, what this video is going to be about. Sister shade or not. You guys, you heard some snippets in the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and share more of what Ashanti's sister had to say. In my opinion, I don't know if it was truly shade or not. I would say this much: Ashanti's family, her sister, her parents, they're kind of private. They're really private when it comes to their life. I never really heard any true controversy about them, like scouring the internet over the past decade or so, even in magazines. It wasn't nothing to hone in on, like there's always drama or anything following them. Never. I mean, if you seen or heard something differently, drop it in the chat. But they, in my opinion, are big on being private. So Ashanti's sister shading her or not, I don't know. Let's go ahead and hear what Shia, her sister, has to say. And let me just keep this in mind too, you guys, and I'm going to share another clip as well. Shia is a DV survivor, someone she once dated, I think industry connected wise, and she's truly I believe an advocate for DV. So I'm going to share that with you guys as well, and then I'll come back with more of my opinion reaction to this matter, because there seems like a narrative going around, like there's some type of some differences between the sisters, and I just want to shed some light on that from my perspective here on The Mix, and then we'll go from there. All right, here you go.
That's what's up. So you homeschool your children. Do you feel any pressure to have a baby sister pregnant? Your sister's pregnant? Absolutely the fuck not. Like, absolutely not. I think, honestly, I want us as women to free ourselves from that. Like, to free ourselves from our success being measured in how quickly we've become a mother or wife. Like, I really want to free our people from that shit, because I feel as though this is why a lot of women are in situations and in relationships that they're not happy in, because they want to say they have a relationship or they're in a relationship. And I don't condone that. I did that already. Y'all seen me do that. And that's not something that I promote or stand for or stand by.
Okay, guys, let me interject really quickly. This is The Mix interjecting, and so far I don't feel that this is shade at all. She's just making it very clear. Keep it in mind, you guys, she's younger than Ashanti. She grew up in the shadows of her sister, and not trying to pin the sisters against each other, because Ashanti is big sister, big sis. So this is Lissa's. So she's just basically sharing her thoughts like, no, y'all not gonna come on here thinking that just because my sister is allegedly married, we want to say Ashanti is allegedly married, because I haven't heard her or Nelly confirm that out of their mouth, like saying, hey, we are married, but they are expecting a child. And just because her sister's experiences is different from hers doesn't mean that she's thirsty for the same thing. So far, absolutely not. I don't consider this a shade. She's just expressing herself. This is the way she expressed herself. This is based off of seems like what she's saying thus far is based off of her own experiences in life and under her own umbrella. So, hey, it is what it is. So let me continue.
I feel like a lot of women today are getting into relationships with people before they've gotten into a relationship with themselves and fully have discovered who it is that they are. And the pressures of society will have women feeling like, oh, I have to settle down. I have to have baby. You can be an acrobat. You can fly around the world. You can be a pilot, an engineer, an architect. You can do everything in the world. And the first thing someone is going to do, so do you have a husband and kids? And it's like, not to say that I would never, that's not something that I desire. Absolutely is something I desire. I am made to be a mother and wife. But I'm not made, that's not all I'm made to be. Like, that's not all I'm made to be. That's just one aspect of myself. And I feel like we have to free ourselves from that as women, because that is what keeps us trapped in a lot of situations that are not beneficial for us, that are not serving us. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. You gotta, like, even today, like, I ain't gonna lie. Even today, I'm talking to someone close that lives in the neighborhood, and we talking about things, and I'm talking about my certifications and different programs that I've done and different things, and they're like, oh, do you have your master's? And I'm like, no, I don't have my master's. And they're like, oh, well, why don't you have your master's, or why didn't you go after your master's? And I'm like, because I didn't go after my master's and I went after this, because this is what I wanted to do. And it's almost as if, like, you're kind of negating, what someone else is doing. Like, for me, it's just like, we kind of over-attach ourselves to these titles and these things. We over-attach ourselves to where the point they become a part of our identity. They become who we are. We forget that these are just parts and aspects of us, part of our essence, or gifts or talents or things that we do, but it's not who we are. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, free us from that. The result of my relationship with my ex, those series of photos were actually a few different events. That was the darkest time in my life. Oof. That was after he had pushed me down the stairs, kicked me. There were so many different instances and experiences that it's kind of all of a blur. Mm-hmm. But that particular instance there, we were arguing, and he literally just popped me in my eye. I had sunglasses on.
How did it start out for you? What was the relationship like in the beginning, Shia?
I had met him when I'd just gotten out of high school. I was just going to college. I was about 18 or 19 years old. I hadn't really had a real relationship, a real, what you would call an adult relationship. In the beginning, it was pretty fun. He was extremely attentive, complimenting me on my hair, on my clothes, what I was wearing. He was giving me the attention that I felt that I needed and that I desired. It's like, oh, this feels good. This is a guy who has a little bit of money, who is showing me affection, attention that I feel I haven't had.
Yeah. It feels good to have someone shower you with attention.
Yes.
And you never think in a million years that's going to turn into
abuse.
Exactly. You never think that. I was connected to him because I had inner child issues, inner child trauma. I wanted to fill a void.
Right. Can you talk to us a little bit about or describe what you mean by inner child issues?
Absolutely. The inner child traumas that I experienced were kind of, I would say, because of my sister's career.
Yeah.
Her actual album came out on my third.
Okay, everyone. So what are your thoughts? Drop some comments in the chat. Said midway, and the other snippet of the video, that I do not believe that this was sister shade. As you can see, with the second clip I played, when Shell was on the red table, she went through a dark time in her life, domestic V, AB, so I think the question in the chat, in my opinion, you guys, when it was posed to her on whatever live she was on, that came from, I think it was from IG, but nevertheless, I think that triggered her from a personal experience perspective, if that makes sense. She's not her sister. She's probably used to living in her sister's shadows as well. But more importantly, she had an unfortunate, unhealthy dysfunctional type of relationship experience, and I believe she's still healing from that. So with that question being posed, she like, y'all know what I went through. You know, like, let me refresh our memory. Like, no, I'm not going to be doing ABCD just to say I have someone, because when you fall into that, ladies, and I can relate, I am not above reproach. Sometimes women, when we fall into that, wanting, or so-called quote unquote needing, or just wanting to be in this type of relationship, a certain type of relationship, or with a certain guy, and it comes off as desperation, it comes off as thirstiness, and it comes off as you'll just accept anything. And it seems like, in my opinion, Shia was in that type of situation based off of what she was saying. So when that question was posed to her, it probably triggered something in her, like, no, I went through that, been there, done that. And yes, I do have a desire to be married. Yes, I do have a desire to be a wife, but it's just not going to, I'm just not going to say, okay, just because it hasn't happened now, that I have to hurry up and make it happen by this time, by that time, by, you know. So that's what I'm gathering from what she was saying. So I do not see any shade at all, according to whatever narrative that's out there in the internet space. I don't see shade at all. I see two sisters loving, supporting one another, and Shia just sharing her own experience, you know, with the world, which she shared before in the past. But at the same time, just reminding you guys, like, hey, you don't just want to be with someone or having a man or being married just the sake of saying you have this or you have that, you're married, you have a man, ABCD, and it's not the best situation. So what are your thoughts, you guys? Again, drop some comments in the chat, like this video, share this video. I just had to like refresh you guys' memory. I'd like to do more digging for content creation purposes, because I'm like, no, I'm not going to, I'm going to do my best not to run with a particular narrative that may be out there already. So it's like, no, let me do a little bit more digging. And so when I got to doing my research, I'm like, oh, I came across, I'm like, she did experience a DV situation, an AB situation. Oh, she did speak about it publicly. Oh, she is an advocate for domestic V. Oh, okay, that's probably why Shia Douglas responded the way she did, hence Ashanti'S sister, when that question was posed in the chat. So I like to kind of run it back and get to the root of things, you guys, to see, you know, why is this person saying or responding in this manner? It has to be a little bit more to, you know, context to the story, you know, or context to her explanation. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So yeah, no shade in my opinion, no shade at all is well in a Douglas household. I do believe she's very supportive of Ashanti, in my opinion. I don't know these people personally, don't know them from a can of paint, and I don't, like I said, I don't see any shade at all. Now I would be shocked if there is or was some shade and maybe I missed it, but when she said F no like that, maybe saying it like that people probably like, oh, she, you know, don't approve, or oh, she, and I don't think that. I think again, she's just it probably triggered her memory, like, man, I went through something just to say I had a man, or have, you know, I went through some dark times just to have somebody and to be with somebody, and that wasn't the best situation. It was unhealthy, it was toxic. So heck no, I'm good over here until it's meant for me to be in that space again. But it's going to be a better situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the sake of just saying I got somebody, and then just having the sake of saying you have someone. The situation, and nothing is ever perfect, but the situation is like hell, you know. So, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the mix. Again, stay tuned, stay connected for the giveaway. I may be doing it this weekend. I'm hoping to be able to make some time to do that, and it will be a call-in show giveaway. Stay connected for details. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.